Hello, teacher leaders. I am going to show you how to assign MobyMax for grades 6 through 8 for trimester 2. So let's go ahead and get started. The first two windows that you are going to need are number one, a window with a handout, and the second one being your window for MobyMax. Once you have those two up, let's go ahead and scroll down to the assigning plan for MobyMax. Step 1 says adjust settings in adaptive science so that only assigned modules will play in your scholars assignment lists. So to do that, if you have this menu up, you want to go to Teacher Admin, Settings, click on Modules, then Science, and you will get this page. The box you want to pay attention to is this box right here, and you want to make sure that the toggle is flipped to the left. This tells you that the automatic lesson assigning feature is off. Another way to tell that this is off is that it's grayed out. So step 1 is complete. Let's go on to step 2. Step 2 says remove all currently assigned modules that do not match the above modules. So for that, you want to go into Science, Adaptive Science, Lessons, and I've already filtered for my test scholar. What you want to do is filter for your correct grade level and or your correct subject, because I know most of you teach multiple grade levels, multiple subjects. So I've done that. I'm going to click on Assign. And when I get to this page, the column I'm looking at is the third column where it says assigned. And you'll see that everything is blank. This tells me I currently have no lessons assigned. If there is a number greater than 0 here in this column, this tells you that you need to go into that particular grade level. So let's say I had something assigned in 4th grade. And what you're going to want to do is scroll down to find whatever check mark or whatever row has been assigned. And each row corresponds to a particular topic. But again, I didn't have anything assigned for this group. So step 2 for me is complete. Let's move on to step 3. Step 3 says reassign modules in accordance to table 1 above. It actually should say to the table above. Post to top of student assignment list, allow scholars to select the assignment themselves, and assign due date to match the date range in table 1 above. So if I am going to focus on the grade level that has critical mass, that would be grade 7 right now. So grade 7 is table 3, and what I want to do is click on Assign. And I want to click grade 7, and then I want to show standards. All right, so this first assignment says MS LS 1-1. So when I look at this list, it actually starts at 1-3. That tells me that this is not the correct grade level that I need to assign, which is totally fine. So I'm going to go 1 grade level back, because middle school standards start in 6th grade. And for this one, it starts at LS 1-4. So this is not the correct standard. That tells me that it's not in 6th grade, it's not in 7th grade. So that just leaves 8th grade. So I'm going to click over to 8th grade, and I'm going to check for MS-LS 1-1. And that's correct. And I'm going to click on that. It's the only thing I need to click on for now for that first assignment. I'm going to click on Assign. So to that first question, select sequence, add it to the top. And then for question number 2, I want it to be in the student's playlist, and they should be able to select it. And my due date. So we started a little bit late for MobyMax, which is totally fine. We have more than enough time to catch up. So let's just shift this down to 12/7 to 12/12. that means this is going to be due on the 12th. Actually, I'm finding typos. Let's have it due on the 11th. Click continue. And so when you click out, then click back in, you'll find that there are 2 assignments or 2 topics assigned, and that would be these 2. And because that is what corresponds to MS-LS1-1. Okay. All right. Hopefully that made sense. If not, I'm definitely going to be available to you via email and office hours. But let's move on to the last step. Should a scholar complete a module early with less than 70%, you may reassign the module to them for a second chance. You will accept the higher score. So again, that first assignment for 7th grade, there are 100 possible questions, more or less, right? Depending on how many of those topics are checked off for each standard. The possible points, however, is only 8. So if the percentage score is less than 70, I would go ahead and reassign that standard for the scholar and have them redo it. We want to make sure that they are mastering those standards because, as you can see, or as hopefully you could tell, that for trimester 2, the assignments correspond to the lessons that you're going to be teaching in class. All right, so those are the 4 steps for assigning. Again, if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me. Usual methods: email, text, phone call. And you could also find me at office hours this trimester from 2 to 3 on Tuesdays and Thursdays. See ya.